it's Coach Jamila, and I am a life and relationship strategist for powerful, driven women coaches and business owners. I wanted to hop on really quick here and talk about something that I think is so critically important to our healing as powerful, driven women, and really any woman, that's trying to work on herself and become a better version of herself. And that is stop looking back. Stop looking back at the person you were as if that's the version of you that you want to get back to, or I wish I was still, or I used to, or I need to be. No, absolutely not. Okay? Once you begin the journey of healing and trying to become whole, addressing your emotional wounds, becoming a better version of yourself, you're going to reach some places to where you're going to find yourself having to face the very constructs of who you thought you were, or who you believed you were, or even who you were trying to be or pretending to be for the sake of others. Maybe you just never felt like you were really allowed to be yourself or express yourself. So if that sounds like you, then this video is for you, because I'm going to tell you that you have to stop looking at who you were in the past as if it was somehow a better version of you than who you are right now in this moment and who you're going to be in the future. Okay? When I work with women, the process is we're not going back. You're not getting anything back. Anything that you've shed, anything that you've brought up and released, you're not getting you don't want that garbage back, right? That's the stuff you want to get rid of. And then the work becomes deciding who it is you want to become, deciding who it is you want to be. Who do you desire to start showing up in the world as? And really who that is who you really are. The person that you have never been allowed to be. However, with the years of experience and knowledge and everything that you've gained. And so the fact is, a lot of times, many of us are afraid to step into the new version of ourselves. Because if in fact we allowed ourselves to really be all of who we are, to embrace the fact that, yes, we're good at things, to embrace the fact, yes, I'm a powerful speaker, to embrace the fact, yes, there are things that I'm good at that I do. Yes, that's not bragging. That's not arrogance. That's confidence. You ought to think something of yourself. Not an inflated perspective, but a healthy perspective. And that's you right now in this moment. Okay? Sometimes when we start going through things, we start looking back and thinking, oh man, what? No. No. Life moves forward. We move forward. We grow. We step up. We up level. We expand. We do not shrink back. We do not shrink down. We do not want to be who we were before. Not ever. No. We always want to become the better, the next level. For example, when you upgrade your iPhone, which they're always pushing those upgraded iOSs every 2 to 3 minutes, right? Once you have your upgrade, now that's a bad example because sometimes you're like, they didn't jack up my phone with this update. But the point is do you go back and say, let me go back and find a lower version? Or do you look for the features in the new version that you really like, that are actually good, that are actually better? You look at the features in the new one, and I don't even think they allow you to go back. I don't know, maybe somebody with some tech experience knows how to do that. But the fact is, everything is always moving forward, growing, becoming, doing, being. So your job is to get on board with your own process. Your job is to let go of who you were, is to let go of who you thought you were, is to let go of whoever it was you were trying to be and accept who you are right now in this moment and move forward from here and become the absolute best version of yourself that you're able to in this moment. Because let me explain to you a little bit about how you grow. You're going to dig in there. And this is the process I take my clients through, okay? I have a 6-month one-on-one where I work with married women who really have a great husband, but now realize they have some things that they still need to work on in order to be happy within themselves and in their marriage. And then I also have a year-long mastermind, which is all about really inculcating these concepts and ideas as far as the habits and the routines and the practices that really help you anchor in this new version of yourself, okay? But when you're on this journey, when you're on this process and you're doing that deep healing, and you bring it all up and you're releasing it and you're working through it and you're grieving the loss of who you thought you were. You have to keep moving. You don't keep looking back and trying to dig it up out of the dirt and, like it's been buried, it's gone, it's over. It's time to step up. It's time to step into the person that you are supposed to be now, not the person that you were 5 minutes ago. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we have to change our construct. We have to change our viewpoint on who it is that we thought we were in the past. Okay? We have to accept who we are right now in this moment and move forward from here. From here going forward. Okay? So when you're in the healing process and you find yourself grieving the loss of who you thought you were, you kind of feel a little lost. You may feel like, I don't know who I am anymore. That's okay. That's okay. Because guess what you get to do now? Unlike when you were a little girl and the script was written for you by your parents, by your experiences, by your trauma, by all those things that gave you the limiting negative beliefs that you have about yourself, about life, about men, about relationships, about goals, about worthiness, all of that stuff, that gunk that has been released. Now you get to write the script on who it is you want to be, on who it is you desire to be, on who it is that you are, really are. Okay? So I really want to encourage you because when people talk to me about, I just wish I could get back to, or I just wish I could, in XYZ, whatever you were in the past. It's like, for example, I had a friend and she talks about, I used to be this, I was so much better at such and such, whatever. And listen, and I get it. If we're talking about physical things, like, for example, maybe you were a good runner when you were younger. Yes, as we get older and our bodies age, physically, we may not be able to do what we could in the past. But as we age, if we're bettering ourselves, then we're wiser. We have more experience. We're making smarter choices, smarter decisions. Should be inherently better. So why would we ever look back and wish that we were some lower grade version of ourselves, as if somehow in the present moment we're missing out on something? We're not missing out on anything. You have more self-awareness than you ever did before. You have more knowledge than you ever did before. You have more wisdom than you ever did before. And you have done more healing than you have ever before in your life. And now the real work comes in because you get to write on the slate of who it is you're going to be. Okay? But like I said, had a friend, always talks about what she was in the past, whatever. And I told her, I said, no. You may look at it like that was some great time in your life, but actually it wasn't. Because if you look at the choices and decisions you made from that point, that shows that actually you weren't maybe doing as great as you thought you were, because you made some choices and decisions that didn't reflect how awesome you thought you were in this place. Okay? In your understanding and your wisdom, your decisions and choices at that point showed that this was not the greatest moment of your life. This was not when you were the most smartest. This was not when you were the wisest. This was not when you were the most spiritual. This was not when you were the whatever. No, it was not. Because you didn't keep going up. You went down. That's the proof that this was not the pivotal moment. But even when you went down, you came up from that. And you went beyond this because now you have the maturity. You learned from that experience. You see what I'm saying? So you're always greater than you were in the past. You always have the opportunity to become better than you were in the past. So please stop looking back with nostalgia. Stop looking back like that's the hope of that, like that's your goal. Absolutely not. In fact, if you don't know what your goal should be, because you can't even envision what your future ought to look like, that's where you need to do your work. And that's actually a good thing, because that means you've never actually pushed yourself beyond what you believe to be possible for you. Because now all of a sudden you've turned around and you're like, whoa, wait a minute. The possibilities are infinite of who I could become, of what I could do. I don't have to just be that one small thing in the past that I think was when I was at my best. No, it's not. And no, it wasn't. It was not. You are at your best right now in this moment, even if you're going through something, because you're so much further along than you were in the past because of your experience, your maturity, etc., your wisdom. Got it? So, stop looking back, please. Accept where you are and grow from this place. And be excited about the opportunity to become a better and new version of yourself. Be excited about the fact that there's just a little bit of unknown, but it's exciting, not like, oh no, it's like, yeah. So now I get to explore and discover and decide what it is that I desire to be, who it is I want to be, instead of what somebody else told me or what I thought they made me feel like I needed to be. Okay? Sometimes that's what we're really grieving, is because we come to realize that, in a sense, all those years were actually lost living in a frame of mind or a construct that really wasn't ours. And I don't want you to look at that either, because all of that taught you and brought you to where you are right now. And in this moment and in this time, you're making the right choices. You're making the right decisions. You're doing your healing work and you're moving forward. So keep moving forward and stop looking back. That is my message for you today. If you enjoyed this video, please like it. Please share it to your stories or with a friend. And please drop your comments below and tell me what you thought of this video. Now, also share this on YouTube as well. So please feel free to subscribe, like, and comment below. And if you're watching this live now on Instagram, thank you for watching. And please follow me at Coach Jamila LV. And I will look forward to seeing you here. Take care.